Starting up. We're
All
live.
right. There we go.
Awesome. All right. Welcome to the first episode. Don't even know what to call it yet. It was Three Kings. We lost Zach, so
Well, we didn't lose Zach.
he's dead to us now, Dad. He went to the fucking mountains. He might as well be dead.
He's with no internet, no phone service.
Exactly. Fucking dead to us.
How's he going to talk to your mom? Do they have a radio in case he has an emergency?
Well, he could go to that little shitty town or something.
No. What happens if he cut a leg off while he was using a chainsaw?
Then he would die a slow, lonely death. Why would you bring that up? What happens if he cuts a chainsaw off in a place where there's only fucking 10 other houses and then thousands of acres, man? She's gonna fucking die alone. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Unless he doesn't have a tourniquet.
I didn't think I thought maybe they'd have a radio or something.
Yeah, a ham radio. Zach's gonna be broadcasting. If they gave Zach a fucking radio, he would be up there broadcasting about aliens and some other psychotic shit to all the other locals up there. We couldn't trust Zach with the fucking radio.
Yeah. And there's a snowstorm. We had a huge snowstorm a couple of days ago, so that was coming. That was coming their way.
We got like 60-degree weather, and now it's back to 75.
Yeah, we're gonna be 75 today, and on Friday we had snow.
Oh shit! So screw the weather. People can go look at the weather for that shit, Riz. The Jazz. Did you watch it?
No, but I've been reading up on it.
Did you see their stupid uniforms?
Oh, that's because of Vivint. Vivint. Okay, Vivint. Remember when you lived here was the Delta Center?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it went from that to Energy Solutions, and now it's Vivint. And Vivint is that home security, and they have the big orange.
So they make stupid uniforms now?
They made them wear these uniforms.
They look like they would suit the Phoenix Suns. They look
I know.
Desert jerseys. That's not like go back to purple.
Yeah, no.
Good game though.
Did you see the floor? What they've done, even the floor is like that.
It's like that. So that's a permanent uniform. That's not just a playoff. We're trying to make some money uniform.
Yeah, I think that's a permanent uniform.
Oh, that's fucking ugly uniform. I've never.
Oh, we hate it. Everybody hates it.
But it was I mean, I got nothing against Oklahoma City, but fucking A. I mean, that's good. Like I want a new team in it, in the Jazz. I mean,
well, that Donovan Mitchell, that young rookie that got 45 points last night.
No, Rubio got fucking 29 too. I mean, you guys got a stellar team.
Yeah. No, that kid is like, he's special. I mean,
special ed.
Yeah, well, he's been hitting it. I thought it was gonna be a bad year after they lost. What's his name? Hayward.
Hey, did the Broncos? Did we trade our pick?
No.
Okay, so because I was reading an article that said if we traded back, I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Why would we trade 5?
Yeah, I know he had talked about trading up, but I don't think we need to.
Why?
I don't know.
Are they going for that quarterback kid?
We don't need a quarterback.
No, we don't.
We either should go for that other defensive end, and we have Von Miller and that kid on the other side.
Because we in the rotation, and we can pump down, go 4-3. We could do a lot of things.
Yeah, or I don't even care if we get that running back out of Penn State.
I do. We don't need a running back. We got Booker. He's fresh legs, man. Devontae Booker's not even played a full fucking season yet, and we still got other people in the mix. I don't think that's a smart move. Our running back game is solid. It's been proven 2 years in a row now, at minimum. And that was with fucking shit line. Like, no, that was when Bowles was getting in the full swing. No, we need cornerback. We got rid of Aqib Talib. We need some defense. I mean, why are we shedding our defense? Look at how good the Rams are going to be once we got rid of Wade Phillips. We fucking shot ourselves in the foot. And now Del Rio's got fired from fucking the Raiders too. Like, he's not good. I mean, nothing against Gruden. Good for him. But why would you fire we should just take Del Rio back.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Del Rio not anywhere? Did he not get up anywhere?
I didn't hear shit.
Maybe he's taking a year off. It kind of broke his heart, I think.
I'd imagine you can't give a coach more than 2 fucking years. I mean, and one of them was an injury in a playoff game. Like, I don't think that's a fireable coach. He was not in the. I don't think he's a fireable coach. I think the whole Gruden thing. Once they got picked up to go to Vegas, I think that was just on the table. Stunned.
Yeah.
Like Gruden, I didn't think he was ever going to go back to coaching. I thought he was content. So I mean, Now, don't get me wrong. If there's a coach crazy enough that could get the fucking Raiders to the Super Bowl this year, it's Gruden.
Yeah.
I think he can do it. Now, I got nothing against Del Rio. You know how I say I don't think we should ever got rid of him in the first place, but I think Gruden's a different kind of coach. He's younger in mindset, even though I think they're fucking similar age, but his mindset, you know, just that. And then, like, their team's young. The fucking entire team is young for the Raiders.
Yeah. You guys still in the pool? Did you for the tickets?
Yeah.
New stadium?
I haven't heard shit yet. I still get updates. I mean, it'd be nice.
So if you guys get it, you're going to go for it?
Yeah. Yeah. And see, the thing is if
how many tickets can you buy if you?
I think it's 4. And the thing is if you still buy this year and you buy the Raiders at their home stadium and people are selling them for fucking pretty cheap because they just want to get out, you're grandfathered in. So that's been a consideration too. Crypto's hit. I might just fucking not if, you know what I mean? They already hit.
Yeah.
Like hittier fucking snag the cheapest ones out here and get their 2-pack or whatever and then be grandfathered in for because it's a seat. It's a different auction out here. Like they're actually I don't know why they do that, but you actually own the seat, I guess, is how they do it in Vegas. So they're doing an auction. So that you have to basically pass the real. It's like you own the seat. You're a purchaser of that fucking seat. You're not just a pass holder. You own that specific seat. So I don't know how that exactly works. I've never seen a thing like that, but
because I would if you get 4, I'd be in on taking one of them.
We could sell 2 all day long and still go 2 of us. We could sell all 4. We could sell 3. I'd go to a game. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, a 4-pack I think is the way to go because look at the Las Vegas Knights. I mean, look at that hockey team. It's sold the fuck out. They got huge fans. I mean, it's a big city clamoring for teams. And not just that, it's a fucking transient city and it's a bitchin' city. Like we've been talking about, you know, what game are we going to go to? Are we going to go fucking see a game? There's not even a good Broncos game to go see. What are we going to go to Cincy?
What about San Francisco?
That's to me, I don't think that's going anywhere. It's fucking 6 hours north. I mean, I'll go to San Fran to go see the game. Yeah, Arizona, they're in AZ too. So I mean, I guess even though we've already bet, but I'm probably going to go see the AZ game.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind honestly going to the Jets game.
When is it?
New York.
I
think it's in October. It's not bad.
It's freezing because I don't want to go in freezing. I go to it. I go to the Jets too, and I'm on honest because I was a semi-Jets fan last year. I thought they had a fucking chance, and for them to be that fucking bad. But same with like the Bills. I actually thought they were going to give some fucking teams a run for the money. Instead, they just shit the bed.
Yeah. No, I was looking at it and I thought because there's really the only 2 games that are far away are Cincy and the Jets. Everything else is.
I'm not doing that.
Which one?
I'm not doing Cincinnati.
Oh no, I've been to Cincinnati once in my life. No insult to Mark. The wedding was great, but yeah, I've seen Cincinnati.
Yeah, Ohio. The beauty of hard pass.
Well, did you go to the amusement park in Ohio with your mom?
I haven't been to Ohio yet. They sold that property before I fucking went.
I want to go up to that amusement park before I get too old.
You already are old, motherfucker.
Shut up. You're going to come up here and go to Lagoon, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point. So Zach's going to come out here and snag his car. And then go probably see Susie and shit. And then she might go. So I'll probably just hitch a ride all the way up. And then just do the Utah, go to Wyoming, fuck around there for a bit. And then fly back.
Who's going to watch the stuff?
I'll probably only be gone for like 10 days. I'll have Laura do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably do it. Like Zach's coming out when we harvest anyway, so we'll be in transition. And like from the looks of my clones, they're not going to be ready for going right away anyways. So we would have half a room full of flower and the other half would just be in veg. So it'd be pretty easy to take care of. So.
Okay. And then Zach's spending the summer up there?
Yeah, he's up there the whole fucking time, probably all the way through to October, some shit.
What's he doing?
Building a cabin extension. He's working with that. He was going to hire somebody. The dude that does like the woodwork up there was going to hire somebody else anyways. And fucking Zach was up there. So he's got to do all the extra shit, build the cabin, build like a whole extra garage / workspace / guest house.
Okay.
Because Mom's selling her place. She's done with the cabin in the city. She's fucking bailing. Just going to go live in the fucking mountains.
Do they have internet and phone service?
No, not yet. I mean,
how would she do her business?
She's done, I think. I don't think mom's really. I don't like by the time it's all sold. I don't think she really gives a fuck anymore. And I think they're getting internet. Supposedly that's what Zach said. So he might even be coming down here and snagging his fucking Xbox and stuff. So he might actually have, depending on how good the internet is. For what are they going to do? Run internet for 12 people? Like it's 12 houses in like right before a national park with thousands of acres, and most of those people don't even fucking live there. And the people that do just live off the land. So I don't see a need for the community to push fucking high-speed internet to Zach.
Well, you know, it's a shame that because out in the bush of Africa, people have internet like that.
Well, Elon Musk, he just got the go-ahead for that from the FCC to pump his fucking 4,000 satellites up in the air for his mobile internet. So he got the go-ahead. So that motherfucker's going to be using his SpaceX. That's what people – SpaceX isn't profitable. Tesla's not profitable. They don't fucking understand business. They don't even know what they're talking about. Like he's using these things to fucking for gateways for other things, making shit tons of money.
Yeah, because there's no excuse in this day and age for the rural people not to have internet. It's an important part of the aspect of life.
I think we've already discussed that it's an actual human right. I think that it's been recognized as a basic human right, and which is funny because they say it's a basic human right, and then they'll limit it and they'll access or like they'll limit free speech. And it's a basic human right, but in the regards that we say it.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize he was going to be up there that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then let's get back on. What do you think of the moves they've made? Their free agency moves the Broncos have made.
I actually haven't paid attention, so all I saw was us get rid of people. I haven't seen who we scooped up.
Well, they got Case Keenum, obviously. And then they got that kid from Washington, that safety, Shunu.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so that's taking, that's shifting things around for Talib, because he was a monster. He
got him from the Redskins.
Yeah, it was part of that whole big
trade that fucking went through. Oh, okay, sick. Okay, I'm down with that. Then we just need another solid cornerback, and honestly, a middle linebacker, a real middle linebacker, one that's gonna fucking step up. Like Brandon Marshall's not getting it done. Brandon, like these motherfuckers are. It seems like a rotating linebacker core. And Von Miller, I don't even consider him a linebacker. I consider him a fucking D end.
Yeah.
So we need strong Mike. We need someone that's not getting injured, someone that's playing a full season and making calls. We need a play caller. When we got rid of fucking TJ Ward and we got rid of fucking Aqib Talib, who's our play caller?
Yeah. Well, that's why, honestly, I'd like to see him get that kid from North Carolina State.
Which kid?
He's a defensive end, Bradley Chubb or something like that.
Cool.
And he's slated in the top 3, but it depends on who, if anybody trades up that wants a quarterback, because there's a lot of quarterbacks. There's like 6 quarterbacks in the top 10.
Let them go. Fuck them. Take them.
Yeah.
We better not take a quarterback. If we take a quarterback, I'm going to kick someone in the fucking cock.
Yeah, we don't need it. Not right now.
If Elway does that, he has no purpose. Because there's no way Vance Joseph's making these fucking calls. So if Elway's who are we chasing? We don't need, like, we got Paxton. We don't need to go chase. Like, what do you think this kid from Wyoming is? You think he's any different? He's not different, man. He's a composed quarterback. He's a Carson. It's still a mold. You got to fucking have if you're getting hit, like, look what Trevor Siemian did. You eventually take so many fucking hits. You eventually start crumbling. You start taking the Tom Brady collapse approach when you're not even 30. You can't get that many fucking hits.
No, I don't want him to take a quarterback this year. I mean, they've got Chad Kelly. They've got, there's potential. Let those guys have a chance to develop. And if not, we'll get one next year. I want to see us get somebody either on the line. I'm a Ute fan. I love Devontae, but this one kid out of Penn State. He's something else, man.
Now, is he a pure runner? Because Devontae, he's an outside the field. He's a third down back. He's this guy is like why my brain is starting to go on me. He's like the old school. Barry Sanders. Oh,
he doesn't need a line. He doesn't need a line.
I like that kind of run.
He makes things
only.
happen. He makes things happen.
I mean,
I was watching his highlights on ESPN when I was at the gym the other day, and this kid was like, I thought, it's been a long time since we've had somebody like that.
Fucking Terrell Davis.
Yeah, that takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Because I totally agree. And
they got to step back a little bit.
If we had Jamal Charles back when we first drafted him, no problem. You can't take an old JC and do that. I like our run game. Like, we shouldn't have been the schedule. We shouldn't be the 5th draft pick. No fucking way. It's coaching through and through. We lost this because of coaching.
Now, people gave up on themselves. And that was one of the reasons they did get rid of Talib. He was pretty divisive in the –
oh, well, you got to imagine when you took out T.J. Ward, I mean, you fucking brotherhood, some people are going to have a chip on their shoulder. They really are.
Yeah.
Okay, so cryptos, Rivs. Let's switch the gears.
Okay.
What are you looking at? I told you that Dragon Chain. I told you that Dragon Chain at 70 cents, and it's already at $1.28.
I know.
Fucking.
But I was keeping money. I was saving money to buy some Decentraland.
I get you, and Decentraland is going to be a fucking great thing too. But Dragon Chain is here and now. Like, Decentraland is going to be the future of VR gaming and like that kind of shit. The way that they're building it, the world is open source. You're gonna be able to build it in CAD, Maya, all that other shit, and fucking put it right in. And they already have proportion control, so you're not gonna have one giant city and a super tiny city. Proportions already gonna be fucking integrated in. Yeah, but Dragon Chain as of right now is like Ripple. It's already been up to $4. But unlike Ripple, they're not selling a product. They're literally integrating current companies with blockchain.
Right.
So they're taking all the stress. So it's just an integration company, and it's Disney brainchild. I mean, these are.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, I've sat here. I mean, in a week, it went up, 40%?
60% from 70 cents to 128. What's that, 58 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, I told you last week that if we got through this weekend and it either stayed flat or went up.
It went up the whole weekend. We're
going to have a bull.
Opposite, Rivs. If you notice, it's up during the American markets and down during the Asian markets. Never did that before. It was always up overnight and then flatten out during the day. So once the Asian market, I don't know what it is with their fucking Chinese New Year, they're sold off and now they're fucking jumping back in. But when they start rallying too, we're going to see real rallies.
Oh, I think this week we're going to see a nice, serious clip.
I think it'll stay above $1. I think Ripple, when I mean stay above $1, I mean the price points of ones that have previously been above $1, and now if you know, like Ripple's, not the Stellar. I think Stellar's new price point will be above the 50s. And look, but New Economy's rebounding real fast.
Real fast.
EOS, like we talked about, like Ethereum rebounded real quick. Now, if you were a larger investor, Ethereum was not bad, but you're only doubling. When you get to that point, when you get to the point where you're fucking with like EOS, I'd fuck with it, but $10 a coin, and now it's already 11, right? So you went up 10%. 10% versus 66%. At this point in the game, we're playing with penny stocks. So when I do this, I don't like to touch anything over really $5, even if they're going to do good.
How do you feel about Tether? Do you really think they have $1 billion that it's really a dollar for dollar coin?
I mean, the market.
That's what they say.
The market is. Now, you mean, do I think they hold $1 billion in reserves?
Yes. If the government came and pushed on them, would they be able to withstand a push?
They've done it so far. They've done it when it went to 20,000, and they've done it when it fucking went down to 5,000. As far as I can tell, Tether, if we did what we said, pulled out at both aspects and put into Tether, because nothing else. Gnosis didn't hold that. Gnosis still lost 33%. Other motherfuckers still lost 30. What lost? Nothing. And I heard that they, market manipulation, blah, blah, blah. How could fucking $168 million manipulate $13 billion daily trading volume? It couldn't. So as far as I'm concerned, and from what I've seen, Tether, I think, is the one that when we have rebounds, I'm not saying put your whole nest egg in it. Would I put my whole nest egg in anything else? Fuck no. But am I going to put 25% in Tether when we have, like, if we would have had that run that we had, and instead of going to the US dollar, instead of going to other stuff, and then now you're no longer now you're fucking cashing out, because technically you're cashing out. Now you're gonna cash back in. You're gonna have to pay your capital gains. You're gonna eventually do that. If you stayed in Tether, it's easier. And from what I tell, it was a little steadier.
Okay. Because, I mean, you've been following it for a lot longer, and I just know that they were really – but I don't know if it was just that negative news stuff that they try to do to cause fear.
So let's put it this way, even if they don't have $1 billion, they have $13 billion in daily trading volume. So
okay.
Like, to me, what more can you ask for? It's about, yeah, the dollar has value now, right? But if the Chinese government came to the U.S. government and said, hey, pay up, we're $70 trillion in debt. It's more than our fucking deficit. It's more than our fucking GDP many times over. You're not even counting our pension shortfalls. We actually started talking about what we owe our own citizens. U.S. dollar's fucked. Yeah. So everything's based off of trust. I don't think any dollar is going anywhere. I don't think any crypto's lasting forever. Certainly not Tether. But in the meantime, while markets are figuring shit out, do I think Tether will be around? Fuck yeah.
Okay, so if we have a run, let's say it runs for the next 3 weeks.
Summer. This is summer. This is a summer run. I think we're going to see our summer run. When we get back to not our 20,000, but we get back to 25% of that. So we see ourselves back around 15 for Bitcoin. By the
well, that's what I'm saying. And that could actually happen in the next few weeks, to be honest.
If it runs like that again, the thing is it's not going to drop down as far as it just dropped down. So your profit.
No, but I would take profit. I would take off the table.
No, I know, and you should, because like I said, we would have cleared house last time. It's a profit taking.
Yeah.
But then you're going to miss the boat. Like it's a point. It's a point. At what point are you willing to profit take, and at what point are you willing? Because we know where they're going. You know, all the news is good. Stripe just picked up Visa. You know, these are motherfuckers like Ripple's got real contracts. They just donated like $29 million, like you brought up to that. What was it? The teachers.
Well, yeah, to the donors.org.
Yeah, that's it. 29 mil.
I know.
And then they offered $100 million to Coinbase, $100 million loan to Coinbase to be listed. You saw what, like I said, Litecoin's worthless. And it went from $2 at one point $11 when it was off market. As soon as on Coinbase, look at the price now, 145, went up to a high of 3 for a worthless coin just because it's number 2. Like once Ripple's on that shit, it's a $100 coin. Not because it's worth $100, but just because it's one of 4 coins.
But that makes it have a market cap in the trillions.
Yeah.
I have a hard time imagining that could happen.
No, why? You're thinking of market cap in the same terms of the stock market, and it doesn't fucking work that way. It really doesn't, because these protocols are not gonna. It's not like Bitcoin where it's gonna make it more expensive now. It's gonna make it more anything else. Yeah, Riz, it's gonna have a market cap in the trillions because everyone's gonna want in. This is big boy shit now. Now that we're getting fucking SEC regulators in, now that we're getting the countries in, now that the fucking Goldman Sachs circle bought Poloniex, and then when I was telling Mom this, and she's like, geez, all I hear in business journals is that they're trashing these things, but they bought Poloniex for $400 million. So Goldman Sachs paid $400 million for something they think is going to lose?
Right. No, I know. I'm just starting to think like a trader again. Do I want
it? You're thinking that's the problem, and that's why traders have been getting fucked in these markets, because this is not a tradition. It's not. You're thinking of market cap on a thing that doesn't fucking correlate to the cryptos. And sure, candlestick charts, all that shit plays bearing in this market. But when you're thinking rationally like that, when you're thinking of what a company's worth, you're saying, oh, it doesn't have a market cap in the trillions. But this is a multinational company. Like when you really look at the contracts they have, it's Asia, United States, Africa. These are emerging markets. You don't think they're worth trillions? To me, they are. Because name one other financial institution that's in those countries, that's in Africa. Name one.
Okay.
No, you can't though. That's what I'm getting at. It's too expensive. So when you have emerging markets and we have a population boom that's going to be in the billions and their banking is done almost all mobily, it's going to be Ripple.
And I'm big on it. I was thinking if I took 50% off, then if it fell 30%, I get back in.
Oh, it'll fall 30. I agree with you there.
That's what I'm saying.
It fell so hard.
Like it'll fall
30.
I'm back in. Because I agree with you. As long as I'm trading where I'm at, the IRS, I'm not going to worry about tracking these capital gains. It's when take it back to Coinbase.
Yeah, once we go to a fiat currency, and then I got no problem paying taxes. But I've never gone to a fiat. You know what I mean? Like till then,
you're doing weird things. Can you hear me? Look at your phone.
Ribs.
There you are. You're back.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Weird.
So it's just the internet. It's that once we start talking good, the government's got to get in. They got to intervene. We got to get our tinfoil fucking hats on.
Yeah. You locked up again. Can you hear me?
I got
Can you hear me?
Can you not hear me?
No, you're cutting in and out.
Oh, well.
Is it your server or mine?
Because I can hear you just.
You hear me fine?
Just perfectly clear.
Yeah, you're cutting out. You freeze. Like right now, it's like watching a stop action movie. Like, I feel like I'm watching the old Santa Claus is Coming to Town right now.
Oh, it's the Chris Kringle.
Yeah.
You hear me though, right?
You cut in and out.
God damn it, Rivs. I'm blaming you. You live in Utah. NSA is right there.
Oh. Well, I'm looking at my internet and it's because I can see the modem from here and it's fine. It's not doing anything weird.
I can hear you just fine, Rivs.
I just can't hear you. So, it's weird, man. We get on a roll.
Hothead here is the one having trouble.
All right. So you think it's mine?
Yeah, I think it's you. I don't know. Fuck, who knows? It could be me. Like I said, next time I'm gonna fucking set it up behind the Fat Cat Films banner, and then have the shit connected direct link to the internet.
Oh, so you're not using Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I'm using Wi-Fi right now, but so I won't.
Next time?
Yeah, next time.
I might do that then. I might, because I'm downstairs and I've got my big PC over there. I might just hook it up over there.
Hook it up. Just make it a studio. That's like I got so much fucking space now. I'm just using this computer because it's already set up for my editing and shit. But in reality, what I'm doing is I'm just gonna use my camera and have it take this, and I'll run my camera over in front of the green screen and shit. So this is just my web screen camera, but I'm gonna hook my actual Canon up and have it run my camera. And I'll have my mic over there.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing fine right now.
Next weekend, I'm also inviting my old senior chief, Charles Green, Chuck. So he
the one that lives in San Diego?
No. He's coming. He's going to be calling in. Like it's going to be part of the Hangouts.
Oh. Because remember when you first were in the Navy and we went to that barbecue?
Yeah, that was my old fucking first class. Yeah, that's so.
Okay. Is he still around, or do you ever talk to him?
Motherfucker, since he left.
Oh, okay. Oh, he retired the military?
Yeah, he was like a first class and had to retire. That means that you didn't do very good, Riz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like the most mediocre motherfucker on the planet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I never really knew anything. So I don't think I've ever met this guy you're talking about then. It was just somebody when you were in your
No, he was the one that when I got busted in Mexico and he's like, hey, we got to talk about you going to captain's mast, but he covered for my ass. And so I never actually really went. I just stopped showing up and I went on vacation.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, it actually worked out pretty well. He's like, King, don't move. We got to talk about you going to captain's mast. I was like, absolutely. And I just disappeared and I went and hid like 7 decks down. And then fucking Zach's graduation was like 3 days later. So I just laid low for 3 days because I was on food duty anyways. And then off base and fucking went on vacation for 2 weeks, came back and they forgot about it. I mean, obviously they didn't just straight forget about it. I must have been something funny or something that they just like let it sweep under the rug. 2 weeks doesn't wipe people's memory.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's funny. So anyway, so has your mom not got into cryptos then? She's still kind of.
She's in through me.
Okay.
She wouldn't pull the trigger. It's so hard to get people. Like it was so hard. I had to be there to get you to pull the trigger because you're sending a bunch of money. Like, and if you type one fucking character wrong, you just lost all that money. There's no getting it back.
Yeah.
So, I know it sounds. That's the thing is even now, even though I've done it for years, even right before I press enter, I fucking still check, recheck. You know, it's fucking, you're sending money and there's no fucking guarantee. It's basically like FedExing yourself cash and putting $50 insurance on it.
Yeah. No, I remember that. And it was like.
But now with QR codes and everything else, you know, I have a 2-factor authenticator right on this motherfucker. And fucking, I just take a picture of QR codes. And unless I'm typing in my password and I'm typing in the 2-factor authenticator that refreshes every 60 seconds, you'll never access my shit. And if I lose this and I didn't write my backup keys, I'd never be able to access my stuff ever again. So like my backup, like I got 2-factor authenticators. I got that shit. It's simple now. Like the QR, like I heard some chick tell me that QR codes are so 2000, they're outdated. I was like, do you have any understanding of modern banking? That QR codes are way more efficient than a barcode. They can generate anything. They can generate any purchase. They can generate any aspect of you spending just $30 and never reusable again. QR codes are the fucking future. And NFC.
Yeah. All right. Let me see what else. I saw a good reference of why Trump is being successful. They called it the salty sailor. That Trump is the guy that, like, you don't really like talk to him all the time because he's kind of gross and gruff, but he's the guy that when you want to get shit done, he gets shit done because he just is straight talker. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you were a sailor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's going to tell you it straight. And so even if you don't like the fucking answer, you're going to know it's the truth. You know, it's not, at least it's not giving you bullshit. We've always said bullshit for so long.
Yeah, from both parties. It's not like,
you know me, Riz. I don't even vote. Fuck this. I vote with this. Stay the fuck out of my business. And if you fuck with my business, you're going to take 2 barrels to the chest. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the true American way. Like, and you guys want to waste your time? We already talked about this, man. 47% of the population votes. That's it. It's not like these are majority. Everyone says, oh, majority of the country voted for Hillary. You mean 25% of the people? That's not majority, motherfucker. That's a quarter. 50% of us don't give a shit. Technically, we shouldn't have a president. 53% of us didn't vote. Sounds like nobody won then.
Yeah. But I when I read that description, I thought, you know, that definitely, like, nobody's giving credit to the fact that South Korea and North Korea right now are actually literally talking about ending the war.
He'll get a peace prize, Riz. I guarantee you. Trump's gonna when the national public gives Trump a fucking peace prize for doing something that no president has done, they're not just gonna talk about denuclearization, Riz. They're talking about ending the war.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They've just been at a standstill for 50 years since 60 years, 70 years,
almost 70.
Almost 70.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna go to fucking the straight ending of the war. Motherfuckers getting the peace prize. I mean, look, you want to talk conspiracy theories? It's fucking that North Korea is a CIA plant. Why do you think they're so quick to be talking about fucking, no, we don't have nukes. We'd rather denuclearize. We'd rather fucking end the war because every other president's been looking for that to start World War III. Same like Syria. These are our scapegoats in. These are how we control the world. And so now that we're fucking getting rid of one of our bad guys, what the fuck's it gonna do? Why do you think that like the left?
You locked up. So since you can hear me, I'll do the talking for a minute until you come back on. I totally agree. He's going to do what nobody else is, and nobody's giving him credit. Oh, okay, you're moving. You know, your eyes are moving. Nobody on the left is giving him credit. I'm like, you know, this is huge. This is past huge. This is groundbreaking. This is bigger than Reagan tear the wall down.
Oh God, yeah, agreed.
You know, I mean, this is like game changer.
But it's not even in the news. There's not even a Mr. Gorbachev tear this wall down. They don't even give him that. No. It's still about okay, here's my thing. Is the left is so, and you know where I stand on homosexuality. I don't give a fuck about anything. But the left is so, let's be open to everything. Let's be open to this. And yet they're trying to demonize for fucking a porn star. Even if he did fuck her, even if he did cheat on his wife, what right do these people have morally to say that they have a moral high ground that he's an adulteress? You fucking cunts. You guys have no understanding, because to the entire Christian left, the entire Muslims, you're degenerate. So your degenerate opinion on his infidelity has any merit? Get the fuck out of here. I just can't understand how people are casting stones and they're just as despicable in my eyes. Or not despicable.
Speaking of
which, shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's a big deal personally. He's an asshole. It shouldn't fuck with his business life.
Right. No, you're right. And that's the thing, because then you decide, it's just, I'm tired of the hypocrisy of it. Like I was just talking about it the other day about, there was something back in the 80s and they were all on the other side. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. That's what I was talking about. Kimmel made his career off of the Man Show. Remember?
That's Man Show off the Juggies.
And remember the Juggies? And remember when him and Kroll were out on the beach trying to get women to sign that suffragette?
Women's suffrage. And women's suffrage.
Yeah.
They did.
And women's suffrage.
It was
remember that?
In his pants. And he had women stick their hands down his pants against, like, you cannot be a hypocrite. Who gives a shit? Yeah. You're a dick. You're funny. You're using things for comedy. You are a male. We're masculine. Yeah. Things are pumping through our bodies. We're doing dumb shit to hoop and holler with the boys. And it's like when Trump said the locker room talk. It's real. If you've had any kind of athletic experience, fuck that. Even if you are a nerd and you're in game culture, like I'm a gamer, you don't think that they say faggot, that they say things all the time? Like these are things that we've been saying since young age. They have no merit towards sexuality. They have no things that these are cultures that from the outside looking in are despicable, but in reality, it's just gaming culture. It's just
it's like the South Park one when they made fun of the Harley riders calling them faggots.
Oh yeah,
remember that one?
Okay.
And they didn't mean it. They didn't mean it the way.
Well, that's why South Park already settled the argument. Yeah, you don't even have to have the argument anymore because in reality, to me, my whole life, fag's never been a homosexual. Fag's been what you call somebody who's same like douchebag. Douchebag's not something you clean your vagina out with. Douchebag's a demeanor.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I've been just up in arms about Kimmel because I was like, dude, you are the biggest hypocrite right now. I'm like, you made your career. At least Adams, what's his name? Kroll stayed in that sexist kind of mindset. And
actually, he's just free. He got his fucking talk shut down at CSUN. I was going to go see him in California where my ex-girlfriend went to school. And when I told her they got shut, they were having a conversation about safe spaces. And then the college shut their conversation. Yeah. It's like, just proves how fucking much safe spaces need to be for these motherfuckers. You cannot have any kind of outside thought.
No, it's ridiculous. What do you think about that? The star from Smallville who got busted for, she was getting sex slaves for that sex cult.
It takes us back to go watch fucking RoboCop 2 or 3 where Henriksen, that actor, Lance Henriksen, goes on a fucking whole rant about these girls coming to parties, knowing what they were getting into, knowing what they were doing. This is a culture, Ribs, of deviancy in Hollywood for a long time. Whether it's child, whether it's making women do sexual things to get parts. I mean, this is a long-seated culture. So these girls, yeah, I can see it. It's brainwashed. It's a cult. You can control a woman sexually sometimes, especially a woman that you get to fall in love with you through that, and you manipulate them. Yeah, I fucking see it. And these people are scumbags. A lot of these people fucking use their power. You should go hear all the leftists like Josh Whedon and stuff who comes out like he's some moral high ground, but when he cheated on his wife for fucking so long with his kids. And he even said this quote, when you're in these positions, you have so much power, you just feel like you can do anything, and these girls are giving themselves to you. It's like, fuck you, you moralist, talking about women's rights, all this stuff, and yet you're using your position to fuck them.
Yeah. And see, when you guys, before this election even happened, that was that big thing Zach was talking about starting to bring down all the sex. That was one of the reasons he liked Trump, that it was like, let's get rid of this hypocrisy. Let's bring it to the surface.
It's on Congress too. Now taxpayers no longer on the hook for their sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
You don't think sexual misconduct is going to change now?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it needed to happen. And that's what I was getting upset with my leftist friends, because I'm like, you want real equality, you got to get this sex shit out of it. It's got to be out in the open. Nobody should be using power over another person.
Oh God, no. But we're human, and it's going to be around and exerted. I mean, think about how many bosses, if you spoke the wrong way, you'd fuck your career up.
What happened to me?
It's an ego thing. Now we're getting down to, I agree with you, Riz. We shouldn't use our power to fucking control another person, but motherfucking ego.
Yeah.
Nepotism.
No, that happened to me at when I was back in the finance industry. I won't say the company, but
when you get caught pounding your pud, on office hours,
well,
it's my lunch break.
Whatever. I got in trouble for saying Kurt Warner's wife was ugly.
Yeah, exactly. But once again,
that first Super Bowl.
This is why, and I don't understand why more men are not part of it. It's the men going their own way movement. We need to fucking go our own way. We're not wanted. They don't want us in their financial sectors. They don't want us writing. They don't want us in advertising. They don't want us in any fucking aspect. Fuck them. Men just need to go off, make their own clubs again. Well, you guys got all your other clubs that literally it's LGBT, gay, GBW, and now they added black and brown to it. So now you have to lump all the gay and all the straight black men and straight Mexican men or Hispanic men and Asian men in a category and say we're all marginalized. We're all marginalized except for one group, straight cisgendered whites. Fucking A, man. I'm against hiring women in general. I'm actually, Zach and I have a stunt we're going to pull. We're going to do a movie and do our movies with only the specific demographics of America. Only 13% blacks, 8% Asians across our crew. And it doesn't matter if we're shooting Shaka Zulu. There's going to be only 13% blacks. We're going to shoot to the exact market of what it is. Because at what point is diversity, what do you really want? You say you want inclusion. Is inclusion to specific fucking demographics? Because if that's the case, then, but it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be excluding one entire demographic. And actually, it doesn't even, the way nobody ever talks about is how no Hispanic American has won an Oscar since the 80s. Their inclusion is black. It doesn't matter that an Asian hasn't won. It doesn't matter that a Mexican hasn't won. It doesn't matter that a Puerto Rican hasn't won. As long as one black wins, they act like it's some collective pool, whites versus everybody else. And as long as one gets it, we did it. Get the fuck out of here. It's making it stupid and annoying, and it makes a group of us want to just tell you to go fuck yourselves and walk away.
Yeah. I mean, it's how you grew up. We were movie goers. It's really impacted how I go see movies now.
I bet you don't go at all, or maybe at least once or twice.
I'm going to go to see Super Troopers because I just have to.
I'm down with that. I'm actually probably going to go see the new, which I have not seen in Avengers. I have not seen any of them in theaters, but Laura wants to go. So I'll probably go see the new Avengers in theaters. But in reality, I'm not paying money for what I consider your garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I go see indie movies. I don't think there's anything of substance coming out. And they're the ones that I'd see, I make an effort to go fucking see. I want to go see A Quiet Place. I want to go see things like ones that are fucking different, that are self-written. Like that motherfucker wrote it himself, directed himself. Cool, I'm down with that.
Yeah, well, that Super Troopers they funded it through Kickstarter, so
yeah, they pumped it up too. They got like $6 million through Kickstarter.
Yeah, but it wasn't your traditional. And those guys have always been outside. They're like South Park. They're outside the group.
Oh, but they write really well, and that's why I'm nervous. What if they fuck it up? And I don't think they will because they're really talented writers. But I'm just nervous that they're going to do just what any other sequel does and just beat it into the ground. The same jokes.
Well, it opened this weekend, right?
Yeah, Friday.
Let's we'll hold conversation real quick while I look at a review.
Yeah, because we care what critics think, Riz.
No, I want to see if it's playing here because I don't know if it was.
Riz looks for reviews. I'm going to tell you why critics are douchebags.
Well, they are douchebags.
I know. I'm just fucking around anyways. I'm not just going to sit here and stare at you while you fucking stare at the phone.
No, I said carry on a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Bring up something.
Okay. Here's the thing about there's a certain group of people that run the world. Some call them lizard people.
The reptilians?
Flat earthers. I love these like delegitimization campaigns, man. They're fun.
Oh, yeah. Fucking flat earthers.
The curvature, you can't see it. It's because it's an inch like every fucking mile or so. Of course you can't see it, idiot. And if you have any kind of fucking spatial landscaping above sea level, then you got to factor in more distance. I've been out in the ocean.
Super Troopers is kicking butt at the box office. And it says reviews bad, box office great. So that means I want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the first one reviews were bad. Nobody got it. They didn't understand it.
Exactly. They did not let me bring my 1913 Chardonnay into the theater. I found Super Troopers rather robust in its raunchiness. Fucking retards. It's basically about, like, we've created an economy of people who just critique shit.
Well, you know what? Holly and I, we were watching, we went and got the old Chips. You know, we got the remake, the movie.
Yeah.
And we're laughing our asses off. And it got ripped by the critics. It didn't do good in the box office, but it was because it was so 70s misogynistic. I mean, that whole thing about everybody has anal sex, you know? No, everybody licks ass.
I thought it was great. It was like the 21 Jump Street. It was a great way to do a remake without doing it, like, without making it seem like it was a fucking shit remake.
Yeah, and I looked over at Holly and I said, did any of this movie offend you? Because she goes, hell no, this was funny. She goes, this was a funny movie. I go, they trashed it because they said it just was so off. And I was like, no, what it is it's white man humor. It's man humor. And we're not allowed to have that anymore.
It's not even white man. It's locker room humor.
It's locker room humor.
It's locker room humor. And there's a whole crude aspect. And the thing is, there's a whole bunch of chicks that dig it. And, like, here's what I make fun of about Mom, because she was in town for my birthday. And she hadn't even seen my fucking movie all the way through. And the web series, I was like, Mom, you haven't seen any of my shit. And I was like, I like it, though. And she's like, why? I was like, because I know it's just not your humor. And you like me, but you don't like my humor. So I like that. And so I know that Mom's not crude. She likes certain aspects. Like, she likes my vanilla stuff. Mom likes when I do stuff pretty clean. And it's, you know, but it's funny to her. She'll watch that stuff over and over and over. Like, people just don't get that. They can't just admit, hey, motherfuckers have different kind of humor. Yeah, a lot of us.
Yeah.
And why do you think your box office numbers have been losing and the fucking small budget ones have been crushing it?
Yeah. Did you like Get Out?
No.
But
and
don't
you motherfucker wrote it as a joke. He pitched it as a joke.
I know. Well, that's why I liked it, because I knew the backstory, and I liked Jordan Peele. And
I didn't like it because I knew the backstory and I watched the public reaction to it. So it was more like the same reason I didn't see Black Panther. It's this you got this centric version. It'd be the same as if, like, I don't like nationalism in any sense. I don't like people that tribe up. I fucking think it's gross, and I think so I don't give a fuck. Like, when you basically made us all white people, and the thing is I knew it was a joke. But so many people in the community were like, oh, this is how it is. This is how life is. This is how white people view us. It's like, man, fuck you. Like, our entire generation grew up. Well, I thought this was dead and buried. Like, I thought this conversation had died. Like, I never grew up with any of this shit. You know where I grew up. I grew up in fucking one of the most. And when I say a Mexican area, everyone's like, no, Hispanic. I'm like, no, fucking Mexican. Our school was like, it was like, I have no problem with anybody. And the fact that they make it seem like now we have some dug up dirt. You're bad. You're evil. You're inherently a dick. Fuck you.
No. Well, that's why I like it when Day comes around and you guys are able to, like, talk. Because, yeah, I get it. Like, if you're in the South there are places where it's still pretty shitty. But
you're gonna go walk through fucking Detroit by yourself? That's the thing. They never talk about the inverse. If a white dude goes walk through Detroit or Compton, you're gonna end up stomping. If you're a girl, you're gonna end up raped. It happens all the fucking time. Don't fucking reverse racism. That's what I think is what pisses me off the most is when I bring up South Africa and the fact that they're literally genociding whites and they're taking land from white farmers. The rhetoric from people is pretty much that white people deserve it. So if that's your opinion, then okay, I'm just not going to be friends with. I'm not going to, like, that's the whole point of going your own way. I'm not against you. I'm not going to go fucking join up with white nationalists and go swastika tattoo my face. I don't agree with those assholes either. I just want nothing to do with any of you motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah. No, I thought we were behind it because I thought the raw emotion was out of it. And it seems like, I'm like, we're not going to get ahead if we keep going into these little groups. And I'm not guilty about being white. Like, it freaks me out when I hear a white guy go, oh, I feel so bad about being a white man. We really fucked the world over. I'm like, what? They're
covering up for their own shit. There's people that do things in their life, and this is their out. If you live a good life and you honestly haven't fucked people over, that's how I judge it. Are you true to your word? I don't give a fuck if you feel guilty or what your color is. Are you true to your word, motherfucker?
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. Yeah, I'm so tired of being called what is it? Fragile white male. So FWM. People keep calling me a fragile white
Don't
male.
even associate, Riz. You need to pull yourself back. Like when you're giving these people like these, because their validation is nothing but attack. Their rhetoric is nothing but malcontent. Like it is when you say, "Oh, I don't understand it," it's because you don't understand malcontent. You can't sit around all day and wallow. You can't say, "Oh, well, I'm a victim." And then, well, you know, what am I supposed to do about it? Get the fuck up and do something about it. Go read your own fucking there's billions of people up from slavery. There's a whole bunch of fucking books. Well, I mean, Booker T. Washington, you're gonna sit here and tell me a 6-year-old freed slave started his own school, became one of the most successful black people of all time, and literally off the precept that facts are what Americans care about. That's it. And as long as you do hard work, your hard work will eventually be recognized. Not because you're expecting your hard work to be recognized, just because motherfuckers are looking for hard workers. He recognized that as a freed slave at 6 and became one of the successful men of all time. Because America's not based on color, based off hard work. And so communism needs these things. Communism needs malcontent so that we can redistribute wealth, that we can have this whole fucking garbage, that everyone's equal. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor and you graduated lowest of your class, you should do the same amount of surgeries as the doctor that did graduate highest in his class. Yeah, doesn't matter if it's your spine that's being operated on the lowest. No, we're all equal. And the top spinal surgeon, well, he's only top when it comes to academics. He's not top when it comes to his equality. So what's next? A house built by everybody carrying one brick? It's not efficient. It's equal. That's what this movement's going towards. People don't get it, because altruistically it sounds fun. Like I like communism on paper. The only thing I like in practice is capitalism. It's the only thing that a lower class person can get out of. It really.
And there's some things we need to, like I read an internal paper 2 weeks ago from Goldman Sachs, and they were talking about gene therapies and single shot health therapy, because they could make shots to your genetic structure and that would help your immune system.
Correct.
Immediately. And the internal document was like, do we really want to follow this path? Is it financially prudent to invest in something that can cure with one shot?
They know it's not.
But see, there are some things as a capitalist, I know we have to take capitalism shouldn't be in healthcare.
God, no, or education. But you should actually, I lied about that. Capitalism should only be education. We should not have state fund education, not at all. It should be, if you're above a certain threshold of income, you can send your kid to any school you want. And if you're below a certain threshold of income, you get a voucher to send your kid to any school you want. It should all be private. It should be a voucher-based system. If you can afford it, you have to pay for your own kid's education. If you can't afford it, you get to pick the school and you get to go anyways. Voucher-based education. I mean, we're already paying it. We're already paying $15,000 a fucking student in Baltimore, and we're getting less than fucking 30% of graduation rates. So when people say, "Oh, private education is too much," people aren't paying $15,000 a year for private education, and they're getting stellar ass education. Voucher programs would save our education.
I think we've become too lenient. At my school, we have international students, so I have a lot of Chinese kids, and so one day I showed what I thought were ways of kids learning math in China. And the Chinese students, they're all seniors. They said, "Mr. King, that's not it." They go, "That's not how we learned math." They go, that's Panda Express math. That's how you Americans think we learned math. I go, "Well, how did you learn math?" He goes, "We had to memorize everything. And if we didn't spend time memorizing, we got whacked with a ruler. And when we went home, we got whacked again and we memorized."
Yeah, that's communism.
No.
You could all be pretty efficient. Like I get you, and this.
But that was American education when your mom and I were little. You just did it. There was none of this. Oh, maybe they need this. No, your parents didn't come into school and look at the teacher and say, "Why aren't you teaching my kid well?" They looked at the kid and said, "Why are you screwing around?"
Oh, I totally hear that. Yeah.
That's what's missing is we've gone so far into the how can we help Johnny Reed?
No, I think we've also taken communal responsibility of the child. We've taken it out of the parent's hand. Now it's, why are you failing my child? Why is it, instead of the parent saying, "Why am I a piece of shit? Why is my kid not functioning at his highest performance?" Because did I read to my kid a bunch as a child? Am I properly instilling things that are appropriate to my child? People don't want culpability. That's the truth of the matter. They don't want couples quitting their careers. They want to just go get a degree and they expect a job. I'll give you a job. Communism will give you a job. Doesn't mean you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, and this is another, when I look at the school sitting empty all night long, why aren't we using the school? Now, and I don't mean the teachers who've already been there, but you have social workers, you have counselors, you have therapists, and you're running parenting classes, and you're running how to read to your child. If you're an adult and you don't know how to read, are you going to read to your kid? No. And there are people who don't know how to read as adults. And it's like, why aren't we using the schools at night as a way to better the community? It's already a building.
College is for. Isn't that technically what schools are for?
Well, it should be
free. From doing that. I think there's a certain level of bureaucracy that excludes that shit, Ribs. I think.
Well, what it is, they don't want us to be educated. There's been a dumbing down. Your mom and I were the last group of people that actually had Latin and Greek and all kinds of foreign languages taught in school. It wasn't just Spanish. There wasn't just 2 choices. There were like literally 6 to 8 choices of foreign language that you took in junior high and high school.
But then what does public education do? It says, well, we can't have a Latin teacher. We need to have one teacher, and Spanish is it, or French. So
well, because they focused on the test. You grew up as the test generation.
To me, this is what happens when you get the state.
That was the Fed.
The state has they have no right to be involved. They're already taxing us for it.
Getting involved.
Huh?
That was the federal government getting involved.
That's the state. That's my definition of the state.
Well, okay, because the state, like Utah, was supposed to be the curator of their own education.
Figured out that the feds already won that battle.
Well, we need to take it back.
Yeah, that happened in 1860, and they lost.
Now
the next is individual sovereignty. They already came for state sovereignty, and now they don't want you to have any autonomy at all. They don't want you to be able to choose if you want to homeschool your kid. They don't want to choose if you want to vaccinate your kid. They want to take down individual autonomy. So how can you fight for states' rights when what's under assault right now is individual autonomy? There's no getting out. There's no enclave. There's no you can run to Rhode Island and take back your state's legislator. I mean, unless you can run that state so efficiently, you don't need a federal dollar ever again. And you're not afraid of the feds basically saying, we might take every truck that comes outside or goes into your city, seize them for harboring whatever the fuck. I mean, no, we've lost that. The only thing people can do is stop spending money, stop paying taxes.
I think, honestly, if Trump gets reelected in 2020,
when he does,
I think there will be a civil war. I think the left will lose their fucking mind.
Like I said, it's only 25% of the population, and they're probably going to lose their mind when Hillary gets indicted. I mean, did you not see all the indictments that just came out for Comey and all those guys?
No.
Yeah, they have criminal prosecutions against them for obstruction of justice, and Trump even fucking said first person that talks is going to get immunity between Loretta Lynch and James Comey. So Loretta Lynch already came out and said that when she was on the tarmac, she had her plane diverted. She had no idea at all that Bill Clinton was going to be getting on, and the next thing you know, he walks on her plane, and she's pretty much stuck with the deal with the devil. So that her plane was diverted to there so that Clinton could get on and fucking have that conversation. Yeah,
she said that?
Yeah. These motherfuckers, Ribs, the left's going to be all upset and up in arms, but in reality, they're going to go out and fight who? You think the Civil War is going to be what you think they're going to go fight the state? That's good. If the left is that psychotic and they think they're going to go fight the cops and whoever else, cool, let them all go die. You think they're going to march in the streets and the right is going to confront them? Maybe a few nationalists will, but in reality, why would you show your cards? The people that have international, individual sovereignty, the small business owners, the fucking people who are living off their own land, who have no reason to engage, won't engage. Why? You're basically talking a civil war with no opponents. The left can go stomp their feet all they want. This is a land of laws and a land of litigation. Once you start breaking the back of these motherfuckers, because they're rioting in the streets, they're blocking traffic, they're not prosecuting people that are running people over anymore. These people are standing so much in the streets, blocking you, breaking your windows, trying to yank you out of your car. It's not against your right to run them over. The psychotic left is going to get a fucking. You think the blacks want a war with whites, you should go watch all the YouTube videos of men saying, are you crazy? And they show fucking white 4-year-old girls laying fucking AR-15 rounds downrange and fucking hitting circles this big. Nobody wants a war. The veterans haven't even gotten involved yet. Most of us, black, white, Mexican, like each other. All of us do. Most of us have no problem with each other. You think we're just, because someone gets up, I'm just going to go put my gun and go, kill niggers, kill spics? No. Not happening. So don't engage. If they go for a civil war, don't engage. They'll lose the civil war to their own attrition. They're psychotic. Look what they did to Starbucks. They already boycotted Starbucks and are protesting their own leftist companies. That's what communism did. It was the look at the French Revolution.
Yeah, they
all that shit. Yeah, they ate each other alive. The triumvirate, they fucking turned political party versus political party. You jump ship, went to another one. Then that whole political party ended up hanged. And then eventually everybody ended up hanged. And then people started over. But you think that's not going to be any different? Stay low. Keep doing you. Fucking focus on business, focus on education, focus on financial literacy for your community. That's the only thing that's going to survive. I think cryptocurrency is where it's at, Riz. I don't think.
Oh, I agree.
You think the federal government, when the bill comes due, is going to be like, okay, China or everybody else, well, we don't have it. Or do you think they're going to increase taxes? Do you think that they're going to start conscripting people? Do you think that people that have high educations who might have gotten a job in the private sector are forced to go work for the government sector? That's going to fucking happen. Conscription happens in tyrannical states. You know, high taxes happen in tyrannical states. We're fucking on the precipice of it. Yeah. Propaganda. We are. When people talk about what Nazi Germany was, what was Nazi Germany? I mean, it was a bunch of white people angry, or was it a communist regime of fascism, National Socialism? It's what it was. You can't look at something and say what it was and go, well, you know, we're not it. We're the exact fucking same thing. We're striving for National Socialism. We already have fascism. We don't have tyrannical rule, but we have rule by two parties. It's like the same thing. We don't have monopolies in this country, but we got duopolies. Your tyranny by 4 is better than tyranny by 1. Shit, tyranny by any. Tyranny by the mob. Your tyranny is tyranny.
Right.
That's the way I fucking view the system, man. It's fucking getting ugly, Riz. They want a civil war. Don't engage.
Okay. That's the one part of me, that warrior, that gets so like,
angry. That's what the whole point is. It's apathy. That's what our society is. It's controlled apathy to the point that it's blind rage. Both sides. Apathy is a easy thing. It's a decadent society breeds this. I mean, we are in the throes of a decadent society. If we cannot study history and say that when a society goes into decadence and altruism, it eventually succumbs, and then the global cabal jumps ship, and you just fucking lose. Like you think they give a shit about Americans? You think they give a shit about the 300 million of us when the global economy is fucking 6.5 more billion people? Fuck no.
No. Oh, you're right on a lot of things. I just, I'm going to have to run here shortly, but this was a good one.
Get shit going. We can do this again.
Yeah, hey, so would you be up for me coming out for a little while in June?
Yeah, duh.
All right. I might when school lets out, I might come out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, cool. Because there's nothing else. We just gonna fuck around.
Yeah, just beat me. I'd fly out. You'd have to come pick me up. Or I'd have
no, it's not LA, Riz. It's San Diego. It's fucking, yeah, it's a lot easier. There's no traffic, really.
All right.
Cool.
Okay. Right, well, you enjoy your day. I gotta go do some work.
All right, love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.